All right, guys. I had a little bit of time today, so I thought about doing a little video. And I wouldn't call this a buying guide, but maybe some buying tips. And it seems like a lot of people are wanting to get into the 997 chassis. I am very new to this as well, so please take this with a grain of salt. But what I've told a few people now is first, find the drivetrain you want. And that's not to say that it can, and by drivetrain, I'm really talking about the transmission. I guess that's what I should say. So transmission you want, I wanted a manual transmission. I was only gonna be happy with a manual transmission. And so that's what I got. I did get a base model. So by drivetrain, I don't mean engine. I don't think there's a bad engine to have, the 3.6 or 3.8. You're talking about a 6% difference in the various generations, 325 to 345, or 365 to 385, whatever the dot twos are. So find the drivetrain you want. I would not shy away from just a base Carrera. This car has plenty of power at 325. I did do a Remus exhaust on mine. It's more like a sport exhaust, but I would say find the drivetrain you want. More importantly, find the transmission you want. So I got a manual. I got a car with miles because I didn't want to feel guilty for driving it. I have 85,000 miles on mine. And I would say the second most important thing is find the color you want. This obviously is a Carrera white. I knew that I didn't want a silver, gray, or black. I would have been open to the blues, some of the reds, but I really wanted the Carrera white. And I did buy this bone stock. I put the coilovers on it. I got Bilstein coilovers, OZ racing wheels. I did the exhaust. I did a headlight upgrade, and that's something that, this is a car you don't see a lot of. I don't even have the rain sensing wipers, or the rain, excuse me, the rain, what do you call them? Headlight washers. I don't even have headlight washers. You see most of these cars, they do have the little nipple that sticks out of there that has the rain washers in it. Obviously, that's not something that's important to almost everybody, but I kind of like the cleaner look without. I guess my third thing is, don't, if your car has, if it's, how do you say it? If you want something stock, I wouldn't, just because it has a few modifications on it, you got to remember these suspension in these cars are 20 years old now. I wanted a little bit lower look, but I wanted to drive good too. So I got the PSS 9s. Wheels obviously is easy update. You can find stock wheels. But here's a little bit of a swing right here. A couple things. So PCCM Plus is a must. There's a couple different, people that make them, the Mr. 12 volt. I got the Porsche unit. That's going to run you about $1,500. So if your car that you're looking at has that, that's good. You don't want the stock one. Another thing, if you find a car that has, and you won't be able to see it, but if you have like a numeric shifter and cables, that's another $1,500. So if you have that, you generally won't pay for it up front if the car already has it on it. Some people pay a little bit for modifications, but that would have been a plus for me. I kind of wish I had something like that. Mine's factory. But like I said, I bought mine stock. I did do and I can't show you right now because you have to have the car on. But they make very good bulbs in here if you don't have the bi-xenons, which is kind of something that a lot of people want. But that's still kind of old technology bi-xenons. I do have some better some bulbs. I've seen them side by side with bi-xenons, and mine are brighter, and they have a tighter beam than the OG or OEM stuff. Another thing you're really going to want is a rear camera. Now this does work with the PCCM Plus. I think it works with the Mr. 12 volt. Not expensive to get the camera. That was just an Amazon camera. I did drill into the bumper a little bit, just a little hole, less than the size of a dime to get that in there. It's a little bit of a booger to get working. Not working, but just to run it, through the back of the car. But those are some tips. So first off, find the transmission you want. A lot of people love the PDKs. And there's a lot of people that love the tips. That's just, like I said, not something I was interested in. Find the transmission, then find the color. And obviously stuff, there are nuances. You want history on a car. Another thing, obviously, the elephant in the room, IMS bearing and bore scoring. Obviously, those are issues. It's not something that's made up. My car has not had the IMS bearing done at 85,000 miles. I do feel a little bit of a gamble when I'm driving it, and that's not a gamble I want to lose. Obviously, these engines are about $20,000 all in to get it done. A lot of people, I feel like, are kind of building these engines now. But the car, after these engines go, I wouldn't call it a paperweight, but I would say it's a bad day. But fantastic driving. Like I said, 325 horsepower. This is probably the lightest 997 they make, this car. It's the base model 3.6 with the manual transmission. And this is the only option I have. I have power seats. Very cheap MSRP on this car. But that's less things to break, right? So those are my buying tips, unsolicited advice. A lot of people trying to get into this 997 chassis. And just take a minute to see how beautiful mine is. This one had full body PPF. Everything that's white was covered up to the last owner, the guy I got it from. So for almost its whole life, it had paint protection film. And it shows. It does look brand new. It's crazy that this thing has 85,000 miles in it. That's another thing maybe you're looking at, and you're not going to think about that. I just got out of a Skyline R33 that had 31,000 kilometers on it. It was verified. And it was a car that I kind of felt guilty to drive. As a 96, 31,000 kilometers is roughly 20,000 miles. And to have a car with very, very low miles, it's a little bit nerve-wracking if you want to drive it or not. That's why I learned my lesson and bought a car with 85,000 miles on it. And a lot of people are talking about prices in these cars. I think you could get a car like this. I kind of looked into mine. Mine was off market. I put a want to buy on my local PCA Facebook page. And a guy reached out to me, and this car was off market. I got it. I feel like I stole it. Got it for $35,500, bone stock. It needed tires. I do have the original wheels. The tires were 5 to 7 years old. So I negotiated a little bit because it needed new tires. But the car's never been wrecked. The car has been painted. In the front, it was a New England car. It actually came through Ryan Friedman. It had a front license plate, and they went ahead and filled that. And when they filled that, they did spray the bonnet as well. So it's not a 100% original paint, but it has never been wrecked. So those are my buying tips, and take it with a grain of salt. Take it for what you want. Recapping again, third time. Find the transmission you want. Either engine is good. History may be a little bit more important than I initially said. But some upgrades, you want the PCCM Plus. Maybe you want the numeric shifters if you get the manual transmission. Another thing that a lot of people don't talk about, Sport Chrono on a manual transmission really doesn't do anything. And you do have, whether you like it or not, you would have like a gauge up here. I kind of like the way it looks. With my fingerprints up there. I kind of like the way it looks bare like that. So Sport Chrono, you can add it, but like I said, with a manual transmission, doesn't do much, and it's not faster. It makes you feel like you're going faster for what that's worth, but you really aren't. So there you go. Take it for what you want. I'm 50 now. In my years of buying cars, that's kind of what I've learned. So Y'all have a great day, and happy motoring.